Hi, this is Stacey of Ellis Family Farms, and despite how bad I look, my lips have gone from Yoda lips to now I'm beginning to look like the Joker. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And that's a lot of the reason I have not been doing videos is because I really want to start looking better and feeling better before I did videos. But you know what? Life goes on, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep on doing videos, and y'all just have to ignore my lips. So, and part of the thing I'm going to do too, because there's a lot going on around here, not necessarily what I've been doing or anything, but it's springtime, so things are blooming, things are growing, and so I want to start doing the Monday updates, and so that's what I'm going to do this morning. We're going to do a Monday update. This is my bin that I had the lettuce and the spinach in, and it doesn't look like it, but we've actually harvested several salads out of this. I have been so pleased with this. I'm kind of cool. I think that's cool. These are the two elderberry plants that I picked up at Leon's yesterday when we were at the meet and greet. I was excited to get those and got them at a really good price too, so that was exciting. These are some strawberry plants I bought last week that I'm hoping to get into the ground in the next day or two. And these are my peas that have started growing up, and some cauliflower, and I need to get those. Certainly I got some peas I need to get transplanted. So those are looking pretty good. And I planted a bunch of different herbs. And I may have something coming up here, but in general, I think my soil, I don't know what I did with my soil, but it was bad. And I've cut holes in this, but apparently not big enough holes, so my thyme keeps getting drowned. So I'm going to have to completely redo that. But, and I may just, and I planted some dill and some basil over in those two pots. And looks like I got a weed growing in the dill one. But, yeah, those aren't looking too hot. I'm going to give them a little bit longer, then I may just get some plants and transplant them. They'll probably do good anyway. Kinzie planted some flowers in these, and I haven't seen anything come up in those yet either. Here's my comfrey. I need to get those transplanted somewhere, do something with them. But, oh yeah, and this is that cactus that we just put in a pot and brought it out. Oh yeah, I definitely got to get these transplanted. Look, I got a strawberry coming in here. Oh well, I'll get them done. I'll be them get those out there with the other two, the other strawberry that's in that bed. The woman who was staying in that camper, and I do not know how she did it all winter, but she's moved out, and so actually I'm kind of glad for that. Her dogs and us didn't get along very good, but so yep, I don't know how she did it, but she stayed all winter in that. Which means that I've got my old chicken coop back if I need that. And I may, because, oh, I forgot to show you that. I'll show you that after a while. But I may start needing some of that for some baby chicks pretty soon. And I've still got these 3 drakes over here. I believe they're going to go to the processor on Wednesday. That's the scheduled time, but I need to verify it. And there's another drake over in this other one that we need to try processed too. And yes, my weeds are going nuts on me, and that's the way it goes. And I will work on it, and I will continue to work. My onions, they're looking really good. I need to weed them out too. So I was really pleased with the onions. And I'm not seeing too much with my carrots yet, or my radish. Well, yeah, I got some radishes coming up. That's cool. That'll be good. And you can't see it very well from here, but we got like 50, almost 60 tomato plants and stuff out here in the garden area. And then where the stakes are, Tom's got some other things planted, like I think he planted some yellow squash and some zucchini. And over there on that side, he planted some cucumber. Oh, no, over here he planted some cucumber, so it'll start climb up that fence that's in the middle there. And, oh, green beans. He's got some contender and some other kind of bush green beans that he got those all planted on Saturday, so I was really glad for that. And he did some weeding, but yep, it's already time to do some more weeding. So that's looking pretty good, and I'm just glad to get some plants into the ground. And it's hard to see in there, but there's a couple of oregano bushes, and I need to get this all cleared out. This whole bed, it was so beautiful at one point, but the dogs dug it, so I've got to completely rebuild it, except for these 2 oregano plants. And then we put the chickens over here, and I'm probably going to move them here within the week, and get them moved on. And we got ducks that can figure out how to get out, but for some stupid reason they cannot figure out how to get back in. So they sit there and look at each other through the fence. And this fence is on, but that's the way it goes. And oh, the turkey. She's been a pretty good turkey. I'm almost considering not getting her process, but I don't want it to get her so big and miserable and uncomfortable. But she's laid a few eggs, probably a dozen, maybe 14 eggs so far. But she's going to go to the processor this Wednesday too, hopefully. But yep, and these guys are cleaning out around our onion plants. So these are wild walking onions or something like that. So they're cleaning out around that, and that'll be good. Well, I can't tell what's going on with this peach tree. I think that's just leaves curling up on them. But I'm not seeing any fruit set. I'm kind of bummed about that. I don't know what I'm looking at. But this is our biggest peach tree. We got about 1.5 inches of rain last night, so it's really wet out here. But I do see fruit set on this tree. There's one there, and there's a couple there, and one there. So yeah, we're finally getting we're already getting some peaches on this one. I don't know why they're already getting a little bit rosy, because they're nowhere near ready to harvest, I don't believe. But hey, we're getting a few peaches. I see one little peach on this tree, but I'm not seeing too much more on this one. I believe this is a plum tree, but I'm not sure. The tag says Fanstil, F-A-N-S-T-I-L. And I see, where'd I see it? Oh yeah, right there. I see some sort of fruit there. I think they're plum, but I'm not sure what that is, honestly. Okay, and this is our plum tree we've had for a few years, and if you remember a few weeks ago, it had like blooms everywhere. Well, look, there are plums everywhere on it. Woo-wee. There's a lot of plums on this. That's cool. The shadow's in the way, but you just gotta see how wet it is through here. The whole ground is soaked. I forgot. When we did some cover cropping back over here, we've got some turnips growing up. We got a whole bunch of turnips growing. And I keep thinking I'm going to try to get some of these leaves and harvest them and do turnip greens, but we're not big green eaters, so I'm not sure. I may harvest some later at least to try it. But yep, this is all turnips. Well, among the weeds and other stuff too. But yep, that's cool. Where each of these rebars are some blackberries. And they go down quite a ways. And these are blackberry bushes I planted kind of late in the year, but so far they've survived. They're just not going to produce this year, and I've got to get them all weeded out. And then you can see where I've done some weeding all the way up through here. But look at these blackberry blossoms, and we are getting some fruit set on those too. And we've got, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 good blackberry bushes that have got a lot of blossoms on them and some fruit set happening. So maybe and these are the thornless blackberries that we've planted. They're looking good. This is just their second year here. Looks pretty darn good. And these others are apple trees. I don't even know if they even bloomed. I don't think we even got any blooms on the apple trees. And these are apple trees that I planted from seed. So there's no telling what I'm going to get. But yeah, I don't think I had any blossoms on them, but that's okay. They're still making trees, and that's okay with me. And yes, I have mowed the vineyard, but you just can't tell. But these are my garlic bed. That's looking pretty good. And I've got baby grapes coming in. So my grapevines are finally starting to blossom and starting to look pretty good. It's my woody bed I haven't gotten back to yet. Oops, trash truck coming by. But even this grapevine doesn't look so hot up on top, but there are some grapes coming in lower. That's looking pretty good. This is the bed I grew, or that I made, and you can't see very well, but these are the crowns that I planted just this year. And so I'm not going to get any asparagus off of them. And there's this is that one strawberry plant that survived, and that's the reason I want to put 2 others into the same plot. And I should have filmed this before, because we didn't do any harvesting yesterday at all, but this is a pretty good bed of asparagus, and I've already harvested a bunch of them. And there are 2 little bitty asparagus things here. I harvested one out of there, another one out of this hole, and I keep looking to see if there's other holes I keep missing. But apparently I need to weed this, because it's a woody bed and I didn't realize it. But it's looking pretty good, and like I said, things are growing so fast, and I can't keep up with the push mower and a wheelbarrow. And the last thing I want to show you, and I'm excited about it, get me situated. I'm hearing some chicks peeping, and I see two different ones that are starting to pip, and these are the duck eggs. And I'll show them to you, and then I'm going to close the things back down. So those were duck eggs that broody hen was, oh not hen, the broody duck was sitting on, and then she died. So we ended up pulling as many of the eggs that we thought were viable and putting them into the incubator, and we were about to give up. In fact, Tom irritated me because he unplugged my incubator the other day, and I said, no, ask me first. We're going to give a few more days. And I have to admit, I was about to unplug it today, and I got to looking, and I could see where they were pipping, and I could actually hear one of them peeping in there. So that's cool. And so we may have some baby ducks here any day or any time, but that's all I got today. And I'm sorry it looks so bad, but you know what? That's life. I'm going to have to keep on going and get on with life.